Today on All Things 80s, no Xbox, no problem. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now, when I was a child growing up, there were no Xboxes or PlayStations. If you were very lucky, you may have had the Atari console, but the chances are you had no video games. So instead, we made do with these water puzzles. Now, this is one I got from eBay, as always, and it's straight from the 80s. It was listed as being new in package, and I guess it is, but with over time the glue that held the blister in place has come away and it's been taped in place, so slightly disappointed, but this is exactly the kind of thing I had as a child. I do recall these being sold like not on a blister package, they were just loose in a display box. But I'm going to get this opened up and we're going to talk about the joys of these water puzzles. Now, as I mentioned, the ones that I remember buying as a child were not on these blister cards. Very simple card in this instance, and we can see here there is a price. Don't know if you can read that. It's $1.45. I'm trying to think if that would be sort of a typical price in the 80s. I guess cheaper than a Star Wars figure, certainly. But anyway, this one was marked as being new in package, and I guess the item itself is new, but it has been taped, so I'm not, there we go, not too concerned about keeping it in good condition anyway. Couple of instructions. So it's telling you other games. So this, I guess, this is the Elephant Show game. As you can see, the idea will be to get the rings onto the elephant's trunk. They also have a Lucky Star game, a Cowboy and Indian, and a basketball game. But very simple design. Basically, take this, open up this spout, fill it with water, replace it, and this button forces air, and in doing so forces the rings to fly through the water and hopefully land on the elephant's trunk. So what I'm going to do is get this filled up and we'll give you a quick demonstration of how these water games worked. Right, so here we are, we have it filled with water, and what I did find was that this rubber gasket over the decades has turned quite brittle, so there's every chance this could fail and send water everywhere. But anyway, simple concept was push this button, force air, thus forcing the rings through the water and hopefully landing on the trunk. And I noticed it also has a tail where you can land the rings onto. So I'm going to start playing this, and I'm going to stop once I get myself either one on the trunk or one on his tail. Now obviously this looks rather mundane by today's standards, but this was all we had back then, so we were perfectly content to play with one of these. Now I wouldn't necessarily say we played these for hours on end, but it was a good source of entertainment, and it's quite nice to sort of go back in time and see the sort of things we enjoyed as children. Actually, this is becoming extremely frustrating now. I don't remember it being this difficult, to be honest. And we've got two of them stuck up there for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Come on. I was hoping this was going to be a very quick, brief video, but this is taking longer than I taking longer than I expected. Come on. Finally, there we go, one on the trunk. So I hope you enjoyed that look back in time at the sort of low-tech toys that us kids of the 80s played with. Certainly a far cry from the things kids nowadays have, easy access to. But that's what we had and that's what we enjoyed. So anyway, I thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.